Let me tell you something most people don't have the balls to hear. Life doesn't care about your excuses, your bad luck, your fears, your pain. Life is ruthless, and if you don't toughen the fuck up, it will swallow you whole. Every single day is war. A war against your laziness, your doubts, your comfort, and the second you hesitate, the second you start negotiating with your emotions, you've already lost. That voice in your head telling you to sleep in, skip the gym, take it easy, that voice is the enemy. You kill it with discipline, because discipline is the only way out. You think I got here by being comfortable? You think success was handed to me? Fuck no. I bled for this. I suffered for this. I broke my own limits over and over until I became someone the weak can't even comprehend. And you've got the same ability, but you're wasting it, scrolling, comparing yourself, playing small while time slips through your fingers. You've been lied to. They told you success is about luck, that you should be happy just existing. That striving for greatness is toxic. Shut all that noise off. You weren't made to fit in, you were made to fucking rise. But rising takes sacrifice. You've got to give up comfort, distractions, bullshit friendships, instant pleasure, all of it. You've got to give everything and expect nothing back except the pride of knowing you're building something real. Every morning you wake up, you've got a choice. Become a better man or stay the same coward blaming everything but himself. And don't get it twisted. This has nothing to do with becoming godlike. There's only one God, and that's Allah. What I'm talking about is being the strongest version of the man Allah gave you the tools to become. You pray for guidance, then you work like hell to deserve it. You honor your body, you control your mind, you lead with strength, and you fear nothing except wasting the time you've been gifted. Let people doubt you. Let them laugh. That's fuel. Every second they spend mocking you, you spend sharpening your mind, your body, your mission. Because one day, they'll look around and realize you're untouchable. You didn't quit. You didn't fold. You fucking outlasted them. And that's what separates men from boys. Boys talk, complain, cry, beg for handouts. Men build, bleed, break, and rebuild without asking for permission. Be the man who can't be broken. Be the one who smiles in pain, works in silence, and shows results without ever needing to shout. And when it gets hard, and it will, you remind yourself, nothing great is built in comfort. Nothing legendary is born without suffering. You stay locked in. You train when you're exhausted. You study when you're confused. You hustle when you're broke. You stay faithful when you feel alone, because your future isn't written by your feelings, it's written by your actions. And if you keep stacking the right actions, the world will have no choice but to respect you. So don't give up now. Not when you've come this far. Not when Allah has given you another day to fight. Every rep, every book, every dollar, every early morning, every lonely night, it's adding up. The results aren't supposed to come fast. They're supposed to come to the man who refuses to quit. Stop looking for motivation and start creating momentum. You keep going when you're tired. You keep building when you're doubted. You keep walking through hell because you know paradise is earned, not given. And one day when the dust settles, when the struggle fades, when they finally ask how you did it, you'll smile. Not because it was easy, but because you never fucking gave up. You need to understand something very clearly. The life you want, the strength you admire, the power you crave, it's all possible, but only if you are willing to outwork every single version of yourself that's ever been weak. Every man says he wants to win, but most of them break the second it gets difficult. They want the results without the grind, the rewards without the pain, the body without the suffering, the status without the discipline. That's not how life works. If you want something real, you have to bleed for it. You have to wake up when you're tired. You have to move when your mind says stop. You have to push through boredom, through fear, through laziness, and through every fucking excuse you've ever used to justify staying where you are. You think motivation is going to carry you? It won't. Motivation fades. But discipline is what separates the men from the boys. Discipline is what makes you train when it's freezing, when it's dark, when you're alone and nobody's clapping. Discipline is what makes you say no to comfort and yes to struggle, because deep down you understand that suffering now means glory later. Everyone wants to shine, but no one wants to dig through the dirt. Everyone wants to be a lion until it's time to hunt. You have to be relentless, you have to be dangerous, you have to be the type of man that people feel in the room before you even speak. That kind of presence only comes from sacrifice. And when I say sacrifice, I mean giving up the useless things that are draining your energy and stealing your time. Delete the distractions. Cut off the fake people. Stop wasting hours on your phone scrolling through people who don't care whether you succeed or fail. You want results? Then take full accountability for your actions. Pray to Allah, ask Him for strength, but don't sit and wait. Get up, move with purpose. Move like a man who understands he will be judged not by what he says, but by what he does. Allah helps those who help themselves. He didn't put you on this earth to be soft, weak, and addicted to comfort. He put you here to be tested, to be challenged, to build, to conquer, not for your ego, but to live with purpose. And let me make this clear. People will laugh. They will doubt you. They will try to pull you down because your effort exposes their laziness. But you must not care. You do not answer to them. You answer to your mission. You answer to Allah. And if He gave you another day to breathe, that means you've got another chance to fight. So don't waste it. Every rep, every early morning, every disciplined choice is a step closer to the man you were destined to become. You will not quit. You will not fold. You will not make excuses. You will do the work, even if it breaks you, because being broken chasing greatness is better than being whole while living like a coward. You want to know what separates winners from losers? It's not money, talent, or intelligence. It's the ability to keep moving when everything hurts, when everything's on fire, and when every voice in your head is telling you to give up. You don't give up. You push harder. You train harder. You stay hungry. You stay locked in. You stay focused. And you walk through life knowing that every fucking step you take is built on sacrifice, pain, prayer, and purpose. That is what makes a man. That is what builds a legacy. That is how you win. You wake up every day with a choice. Either you rise as a warrior or you rot in your comfort. That's the truth. You're not tired, you're uninspired, you're not weak, you're undisciplined. You scroll through life chasing cheap dopamine while your goals rot in the corner of your mind like forgotten trash. And every second you waste, another man out there is putting in the reps, doing the work, training harder, praying harder, becoming stronger, faster, sharper, while you lie in bed and complain that life isn't fair. Guess what? Life isn't supposed to be fair. Life is war. Every day is a battle, and the battlefield is your own mind. You think success is some lottery ticket? No, it's earned. Through repetition, through relentless self-discipline, through saying no to weakness and yes to the pain that molds you. You have to learn to fall in love with the struggle, because the man who loves walking will walk further than the man who loves the destination. Stop looking for motivation. It's a scam. You don't need to feel like it. You need to do it. You need to train when you're tired. You need to study when your mind is foggy. You need to show up when nobody's clapping, when nobody's watching, when it's cold, when it's dark, when it hurts. You need to take the silence and use it like fuel. The world doesn't owe you shit. You need to take the silence and use it like fuel. The world doesn't owe you shit. Nobody is coming to save you. You want respect? Earn it. You want power? Build it. You want peace? Fight for it. And above all, you must submit to the reality that you are being watched by Allah every second. You want His blessing? Then act like you deserve it. Pray, work, grind, fast, train, wake before dawn, control your desires, kill your addictions, drop your excuses. You weren't born to be a consumer, a watcher, a passive spectator. You were born with strength, with potential, with fire. But fire, if left alone, dies out. You must feed it daily, with intention, with struggle, with grit. You must sacrifice the man you are for the man you could become. And that means cutting the fucking laziness. Stop whining. Stop blaming. Nobody cares about your pain unless you turn it into progress. Your parents struggled for you. They didn't raise you to be soft. Allah didn't put you here to live like a coward. And if you truly believe in Him, then you must prove it by action. Action is the only thing that matters, not your plans, not your dreams, your actions. You want a better body? Train every day. No excuses. You want more money? Learn, build, produce. You want to be respected? Develop character. Learn to speak with power, walk with strength, and carry yourself like a man on a mission. You think your past defines you? It doesn't. You think your failures make you weak? They don't. What makes you weak is staying there, making peace with mediocrity, letting your demons win because you're too afraid to suffer again. Suffer now. Bleed now, so you can smile later. That's the deal. No man gets through this life without pain. But pain with a purpose? That's where legends are made. That's where warriors are born. You have to kill the weak version of yourself every day. You have to bury that lazy voice that says, "It's okay, I'll do it tomorrow." Fuck tomorrow. You have today. And if Allah gave you another day, that means He expects more from you. So give it. Give your sweat. Give your time. Give your energy. Give your commitment until the world bends to your will, until your body is a weapon, until your mind is unshakable, until your presence demands respect without saying a word. This isn't about money, girls, status, or fame. This is about you versus you, every day, until your last breath. So sharpen your mind, train your body, fix your soul, and go become the man Allah meant for you to be. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now. You wake up, and your mind already gives you a decision. Are you going to stay the same weak version of yourself that's been losing, delaying, quitting? Or are you finally going to shut that version down and become the man you were built to be? No more, maybe tomorrow. No more, I'll try. No more lies. This is it. You either commit or you collapse. No one's coming to rescue you, not your parents, not your friends, not your girl. You either build yourself or you rot. That's the truth. And the world's not going to stop and hold your hand while you figure it out. It doesn't give a fuck about your feelings, your doubts, your fear. It only respects discipline, effort, consistency, and the hunger for more. You think life is hard now? Wait until you see what happens when you stay weak. Weak men get broken. Weak men suffer endlessly. You want to keep waking up hating your reflection, hating your bank account, hating your soft body, hating the voice in your head telling you that you'll never make it. Or are you ready to go all in and say, fuck this, I will not die average? Because that's the decision. No middle ground. You either stay broke, fat, tired, addicted, lazy, or you stand up. You wipe off the excuses, and you outwork everyone who ever doubted you. This shit is war. It's you versus you, every second of every day. While others scroll and waste time, you train. While others sleep, you build. While others chase comfort, you chase greatness. And that chase requires sacrifice. You have to give up what you want now for what you want most. You give up partying, porn, junk food, sleeping in, distractions, wasting time with people going nowhere. Because the man you want to be, the man you're supposed to be, he's only built through pressure, through fire, through relentless, brutal repetition. And when it gets hard, and it will, you remind yourself, nothing that's great comes without pain. Let the pain shape you. Let it make you dangerous, make you focused. Let it build a man so disciplined, so sharp, that nothing breaks him. You have to become cold with your habits and hot with your vision. You have to outsuffer the weak. You have to look in the mirror and say, this is on me. My failure, my decisions, my responsibility. And from this moment, I'm fixing everything. Stop playing the victim. Stop hiding behind bullshit. Allah gave you the breath in your lungs today. That means He gave you another chance to show up as the man you should be. You want to honor that? You want to be respected? Then you better act like it. Wake up early. Hit the gym like your life depends on it. Read like a machine. Pray on time. Guard your energy. Speak with force. Walk with pride. Train your body and your soul daily. Drop the excuses. Drop the bad habits. Drop the weakness. You weren't born to be a slave to your desires. You were born to master them. And when you feel like quitting, when it hurts, when the progress is slow, that's when most men fall. But you're not most men. You don't fold, you double down, you push harder, you get louder in your mind and quieter in your actions. You stop talking and you let your results speak. Because men of action don't need applause, they build in silence. The money, the physique, the respect, the peace of mind, all of that comes after years of chaos, sacrifice, and work that nobody sees. Everyone wants the lifestyle. Nobody wants the pain. That's why so few men win. But if you're ready to pay the price, if you're ready to work in the dark, if you're ready to stay locked in while everyone else gets distracted, then eventually everything you want will be yours. Not because it was handed to you, not because you're lucky, but because you fucking earned it. And that's what real men do. They don't ask for favors. They take control. They pray, they push, they bleed, and they win. So stop giving up. Stop settling. Stop lying to yourself and start building the life that only a warrior like you could survive. You have it in you, but it starts now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your future wife, your future kids, your creator. Stand up, show up, and never fucking quit. There's a war going on, and it's not out there in the streets. It's inside your mind every single day. A war between the version of you that wants to dominate and the version that keeps making excuses, procrastinating, delaying, doubting, overthinking, and worrying about what people think. But let me tell you this. Opinions don't pay your bills, they don't build your legacy, they don't train your body, and they don't discipline your soul. You're sitting here worrying about who's going to judge you, who's going to laugh, who might not approve when none of those people are coming to save you. They don't wake up in your body. They don't live with your regret. They don't care if you make it or not. They're too busy scrolling, talking, wasting time while you're still debating whether you should start or not. You think you've got time. You don't. Time is your enemy. Every second you waste worrying about what others think is another second you could have been working, training, building, praying, and leveling up. Stop waiting for confidence and start acting with courage. Confidence comes later, after you've done the hard shit over and over again. Start now, today. Not tomorrow, not when it feels right, not when you're ready. You'll never be ready. That's a lie sold to you by soft men who never did shit in their lives. You win by starting before you're prepared and getting stronger along the way. You don't need validation. You need work ethic. You don't need applause. You need grit. You don't need followers. You need focus. While they talk, you build. While they gossip, you grind. While they mock you for being different, you become untouchable. You need to cut the noise, drop the fear, delete the distractions, and move like a man who knows exactly what he wants. The world will try to mold you to make you soft, compliant, addicted, and distracted. And it will succeed if you don't fight back every single day with structure, discipline, and cold, emotionless execution. Your life doesn't change with dreams, it changes with action. Daily action, uncomfortable action. You work now, suffer now, sacrifice now, so you never have to be at the mercy of this system later. You want freedom? Earn it. You want respect? Work for it. You want to be remembered? Then make your actions louder than your excuses. People will always have something to say. Let them. They laughed at Noah when he built the ark. They mocked every man who walked alone. But when the storm comes, when reality hits, when they're drowning in regret, you'll be the one they envy. You'll be the one they ask for advice. You'll be the one they talk about, not because you followed the crowd, but because you ignored them. They said you were obsessed? Good. They said you were too intense? Perfect. That means you're doing it right. So get used to walking alone. Get used to being misunderstood. Get used to being hated, because all great men are. You're not here to be liked. You're here to lead. You're here to conquer. You're here to fulfill your purpose. And that purpose starts today. Not next month, not after you read another book or watch another video. Today, you don't need more motivation. You need discipline. You don't need more time. You need less hesitation. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. So get up. Put your phone down. Pray, train, work, push, repeat. And don't stop for anyone, not for your friends, not for your family, not for opinions. Allah gave you a mind, a body, and another day, and that means He's not done with you yet. So move like you're on borrowed time, because you are. And every second wasted caring about people's opinions is a second you could have been building the life they'll never have the discipline to reach. Remember, they'll laugh now, but one day they'll say they knew you. You just make sure that day comes, and you make sure when it does, you earned every bit of it through the work you did when nobody believed in you but you. You're sitting there waiting for a sign. This is it. You keep telling yourself you'll start tomorrow. You'll try when you're ready. You'll commit when the time is perfect. But the truth is, you're lying to yourself. You've been lying for years. You don't need more time. You've had time. You don't need more motivation. You've watched every video. You don't need someone to hold your hand, because deep down, you know what needs to be done, but you keep choosing the easy road. The road of excuses, distractions, pleasure, comfort, all of it is killing your edge. They've programmed you to believe that sacrifice is suffering, that pain is bad, that struggle should be avoided, and that's exactly why you're stuck. You think discipline is toxic, masculinity is outdated, and intensity is too much, when in fact, those are the very traits that separate the lions from the sheep. You want success? Then you better be willing to suffer. You better be ready to bleed. You better be prepared to lose sleep, lose comfort, lose friends, lose the fake validation, and bury your weaknesses 6 feet under. Because that's what this requires. You don't build a legacy by being soft. You don't lead by being liked. You don't dominate by being average. You get up early, you stay up late, you train harder, you learn faster, you move in silence, you do what others won't, and that's why you'll have what they never will. And while they sit there judging you, mocking you, gossiping like cowards, just know they're only loud because they're scared. Scared of your discipline, scared of your ambition, scared of how you're exposing everything they're too lazy to change. So let them talk, let them laugh, let them post. Because when the smoke clears, you'll still be standing, carved by your sacrifice, forged in your suffering, disciplined by the daily grind they couldn't handle for a week. You need to stop caring about their opinions. People will laugh no matter what you do, whether you win or lose, so you might as well fucking win. You think you'll succeed while being liked by everyone? Wake up. No one respected the greats when they were rising, only when they won. So shut your mouth, lower your head, and get back to work. Today, not tomorrow. Today, make it count. Earn it. Your future self is watching. Your children's lives depend on your decisions now. Your prayers mean nothing if your actions contradict them. Be the man who works after prayer, who sacrifices sleep for purpose, who rejects comfort for legacy. Allah gave you another day. How dare you waste it scrolling, complaining, being weak? Get the fuck up and move like every second matters, because it does. Discipline, sacrifice, effort, every single day. You're not done until your name echoes through the halls of those who doubted you.